In a nation built on resilience and hope, a silent empire has been growing in the shadows. They call themselves the Big Five, not for their strength in the wild, but for their dominance in every sector of South African life. From government contracts to gold mines, from the police to politics, they control it all. This is the story of power, greed, and betrayal, the rise and fall of South Africa's most feared cartel. After apartheid ended, South Africa opened its doors to opportunity. But with opportunity came chaos, and in the chaos, new power brokers emerged. 5 men, from different walks of life, would come together to form an alliance unlike any other. They called themselves the Big Five, inspired by the lion, elephant, leopard, rhino, and buffalo, each representing a force that ruled the jungle, or in this case the country. A businessman from Soweto, known for his charm and ruthlessness, Kat made his first millions through government tenders and construction projects, but behind the scenes, he used intimidation and bribes to secure deals. He learned early that in South Africa, power isn't taken, it's negotiated. A former detective who rose through the ranks of law enforcement, KT was smart, too smart. He realized that catching criminals didn't pay, but protecting them did. He became the inside man, leaking information to his partners and ensuring investigations into their operations went nowhere. They called him Rhino because of his stubbornness and his control of the mining sector. Through shell companies and offshore accounts, Brown's network moved millions in illegal gold and chrome exports. His empire stretched from Limpopo to Dubai, funding the cartel's global ambitions. Quiet, calculating, and politically untouchable, Senzo built his fortune through public office, slowly, carefully, moving pieces on the political chessboard until his friends held key government posts. He made sure the Big Five had access to contracts worth billions, all protected by bureaucratic fog and fake audits. The muscle off the group. A former taxi boss turned logistics tycoon. He controlled the roads, and anyone who dared challenge him disappeared. Mkwanazi ensured that the cartel's money and goods moved safely across provinces. In return, he demanded loyalty and fear. Together, these 5 men built a web of corruption spanning construction, mining, logistics, politics, and police intelligence. They laundered money through fake NGOs, ghost workers, and church fronts. They infiltrated municipal councils and parastatals, ensuring that every tender, every permit, benefited them first. A journalist once called them a government within a government. But every empire has cracks. Rival cartels began challenging the Big Five's dominance. Assassinations spiked. Whistleblowers started disappearing. A young investigator from the Hawks uncovered evidence linking them to money laundering, procurement fraud, and contract killings. But before he could testify, his car exploded outside his home in Midrand. The message was clear: silence is survival. The turning point came when an insider flipped. A mid-level accountant leaked documents to the press, hundreds of pages exposing how millions of rands were siphoned from state infrastructure projects. Public outrage followed. The president ordered a special investigation, the Madlanga Commission, to probe the corruption network. Within months, the Big Five's world began to crumble. Their assets were frozen. Their allies turned on them. Some fled, others were arrested. But one thing remained unclear: where was the money? Years later, South Africans still feel the impact. Hospitals unfinished, roads collapsing, schools underfunded, billions lost to corruption that could have changed lives. Even today, whispers say remnants of the Big Five still operate in the shadows, under new names, new faces. Because in South Africa, power rarely dies. It just changes hands. The Big Five taught us a painful lesson: that corruption isn't just theft, it's betrayal. Betrayal of every citizen who dreams, works, and believes in justice. Maybe one day, the truth will finally catch up to them. Until then, we keep asking questions and shining a light into the darkness.